Hello all, welcome back to Axis Tech. I hope everyone is doing good. So today we're going to start a new series on cloud fundamentals, right? To understand these cloud fundamentals, let me start with a simple story. So in this story, let's say this is me, I need a car, and to purchase this car, I'm investing 10 lakhs rupees, right? It is my initial investment. I'm calling it as capital expenditure. After purchasing this car, there are some day-to-day expenses also, like I need to spend money for fuel and time to time servicing and repair costs and any component upgraded. So the time to time expenses during this car maintenance, I'm calling it as operational expenses. Fine. So if you observe, to maintain a car, it is very costly because we need to face this both capital expenditure and operational expenditure. So that is one thing. And one more thing, it is my responsibility to maintain this car, right? It is completely my responsibility to maintain this car. My responsibility in the sense, if the fuel is over, if the servicing time comes, it is my responsibility to look after these things. That is one thing. Along with this, let's say if I am traveling in a car to my office alone every day, okay, if I am using this car alone every day in order to reach my office, actually, this car is a 5-seater and I'm using the full fuel, okay, I'm using the full fuel, but I'm traveling alone. If you observe here, I'm not using the full potential, right? I'm not using its full potential. It means we are using this car in efficient manner. We are not using the resources in a complete capacity. Okay. So overall, it is a budget, right? It is a lot of expenses because we need to take care of the capital expenditure, our initial expenses on the car, and also time expenses. And along with that, it is a highly responsible on us. On top of that, we are not using the car in a full potential, right? It is also a matter of inefficiency. So to overcome these issues, right? To overcome these issues, what is the solution that I have? You might say rental. Yes. Okay. So instead of purchasing a car and maintaining a car, so we have the one more option called rental. So who are providing these rental car cab facilities? If you see where the services companies like Uber or Ola or Rapido, right? So they are the respective cab facilities who are providing the car facilities to you whenever you want. Okay. Now here, if you observe, we need not to worry about the budget. We need not to worry about the capital expenditure and operational expenditure. And it is not our responsibility to maintain that car, right? And we need not to worry about these potential issues, right? We need not to worry about the efficiency issues. So whenever I require any car, right? Whenever I require any vehicle, simply I'll go to the services, right? I'll book a cab as per my requirement. And if I'm traveling for 10 kilometers, I will pay only for the 10 kilometers. So simple, so easy, right? I'm overcoming all these issues, right? In the same way. So now, if we connect this story to the technical side, so in the technical side, we know our life is completely dependent on the softwares for banking, for movies, for shopping, right? Completely our life is dependent on these softwares. Now, the companies who are developing the softwares or who are managing the softwares, they require the IT resources. It might be a big MNC company, or it might be a startup company, or it might be even the individuals who are developing the softwares and maintaining the softwares continuously. They require the IT resources. What are the IT resources we require in order to develop any software? Like we need the compute capacity, CPU, RAM, and we need the storage, right? And we need the networking to make this software available to the customers, and we need the databases, right? So we need these IT resources in order to develop these softwares. Now, these companies, if you observe here, they investing a lot of money in order to purchase these resources. So the initial investment in order to purchase these IT resources are known as capital expenditure. So let's say they're investing some 10 to 20 lakhs initially to purchase a big machines. I'm called as servers. What is the purpose of the server? The purpose of the server is to serve to the others, to serve to the clients. So initially they spent some 10 to 20 lakhs. It's small amount. Okay, it depends. So they invest a lot of money in order to purchase, in order to set up these servers. Okay, it is a machine responding to others or the internet. Fine. Once they purchase the server, they set up the server. Time to time, there are also other expenses in order to maintain these machines. It is known as the operational expenses. What are the operational expenses? In order to maintain the server, we need to set up a proper room, proper setup, which is known as the data center. Data center means it is a physical building, it is a physical location where the servers are maintained. Now, if you are maintaining these servers are running 24/7. Right? It means it is responding to the clients 24/7 with its services. If it is running 24/7, we need to take care of continuous power supply. And if it is running 24/7 with continuous power supply, we need to maintain the cooling system and we need to maintain the security, right? And time to time repair or component upgradation. See, for a companies, if they want to set up the servers, they need to bear this budget. They need to invest a lot of money to purchase the servers and also time to time maintaining of the servers. You might see in any time in your college or any cinema theaters or any hospital, there is a server rooms, right? There's a server rooms where the rooms are properly maintained with continuous power supply, continuous cooling system, right? Where the servers are running inside it 24/7 and only authorized persons are allowed. So even for these companies who are maintaining these softwares, they need to invest a lot of money where it is highly expensive process in order to maintain the servers. So it is one thing. And the second thing, as I told you, let's say a company had set up a server and the server capacity is 12 core CPU with 100 GB RAM and with 1 TB storage. On top of that, they are using a operating system. On top of that, they are running a software. They are running the application like e-commerce website. And customers across the global are trying to access this website over the internet and the server is responding back to them. Now in this process, if you observe, there is a only software which is running inside this respective machine, respect to server. As you know, to set up this server, the companies are investing a lot of money in the form of capital expenditure and operational expenditure. But do you think the software which is running inside this server, is it really using 100 GB RAM every time? Or else it is really consuming this 12 core CPU? The answer is no, right? It is not using its full potential. Okay, it is not using its full potential, right? It means even though the companies are investing a lot of money, we are not using the resources in a full potential. It is a matter of inefficiency. So overall, if you observe here, the companies are facing two issues. One is with respect to the budget and one is with respect to the inefficiency, right? So they're investing a lot of money in the form of capital and operational expenditure and they're not using its full potential. So that is where there is a requirement. We need a solution to overcome these issues. That solution is in the form of cloud computing service provider. The companies are getting the relief in the form of cloud computing service provider. From the cloud computing technology, the companies are getting relief to overcome these budget issues and efficiency issues. So now this cloud computing service provider is saying that, so my dear companies or my dear organizations, or it might be the individual or even the government sector who are providing the services to the customers over digitally by using the softwares. Now, in order to run these softwares or develop these softwares, they require the IT resources. Now, to get these IT resources and to maintain these IT resources, they investing a lot of money in the form of capital expenditure and in the form of operational expenditure with the day-to-day expenses. Not only that, we are not using the full potential of these IT resources, where it is a matter of inefficiency, right? Now, to overcome these issues, we are having the solution in the form of cloud computing service provider. So, what it is saying that, so whenever you are in demand, so it is on demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. That too in a pay as you go model. So, if anyone asks what do you mean by cloud computing, you need to answer this. It is an on demand delivery of IT resources over the internet in a pay as you go model. What do you mean by this? It means whenever any user, right, whenever any user they are in demand of IT resources, so they can approach these cloud computing service providers. They are ready to provide these services. They are ready to provide their IT resources to the users over the internet. It means whenever any user, it might be top MNC company or any individual or any startup, even the government, whenever they require any IT resources, they can approach this cloud computing service provider. Now they are ready to provide their IT resources to you over the internet, right? If you want any storage, you can go to cloud computing service provider, you can get the storage. If you want any networking, if you want any database, if you want to have any compute capacity, you can go to this respective service provider, cloud computing service provider. They are providing the resources to you over the internet. And how are you going to pay? You are going to pay only in a pay as you go model. So what are the resources that you are using? You will pay only that much. So with this, what is happening here? It is helping us to overcome these budget issues, right? There is no upfront cost. You need to worry about the capital and operational expenses of your IT resources, and you need to worry about the efficiency issues also. So how much you want, you may get it from the cloud computing service provider, and you pay as per your usage. Rest all they will take care. So this technology, these service providers are known as cloud computing service providers. Just like the above story, like cab facilities, where the rental cab facilities like Uber, Ola, Rapido, right? So in the same way, for the cloud computing service providers, where the companies like AWS, Amazon Web Services, from the Microsoft, where the Azure, and GCP from the Google, which is a Google Cloud platform, right? And we have the Alibaba, Oracle, etc. So these are all the organizations, these are all the companies which comes under the cloud computing service provider. So whenever any user require any IT resources, they can approach these cloud computing service providers or the internet, and they can get the IT resources as per the requirement. This is what about the cloud computing service provider. I hope it is clear to everyone. Thank you all. See you in next session.